Good morning, everybody, from Gatlinburg, Tennessee. It is October the 31st, and we are here waking up to still some lingering color in Gatlinburg. Remember, I told you last weekend of the month, that's when it's going to start coming into the low elevations like the towns, and that is correct. So we're going to ride over today to Cades Cove. Why would you not ride over to Cades Cove to try to see some fall colors?
Definitely.
Cades Cove sits at elevation about 1,800 feet above sea level, a little more. And usually the drive over there along Fighting Creek Gap Road and Laurel Creek Road and Little River Road, all the same road, 3 names, don't know why, just different sections. We have loved that fall drive so many times before. So we're going to do a couple more fall drives this weekend. We're going to do Roaring Fork Motor Nature Trail, and we're going to do Cades Cove today. So we want to get to Cades Cove. It's Friday morning before all the weekenders start getting here. So hopefully we're ahead of the game a little bit. We'll see. But we're going to take you to Cades Cove. We're going to show you the drive along the way. I think we're going to see some colors at these lower elevations. So ride along with us to Cades Cove. Okay, we are entering Great Smoky Mountains National Park right up here. And it is a cloudy day. They actually received some snow on Clingman's Dome and Mount LeConte. We saw pictures of that. We may try to see how high we can get today. If we can see any of it that may be left. Over here to the right is the sign, Great Smoky Mountains National Park. We love Cades Cove. We just camped there back in September, Labor Day.
It's one of our favorite nature drives.
It is.
And we can always count on seeing some type of wildlife, even if it's just a turkey.
One thing you will not see in Cades Cove are elk. And that's because they're not there. What a pretty view that is.
Oh yeah, colors are just beautiful.
I think my phone slipped. I need something under this camera to brace the front of it up so I can get the trees.
Your wallet back there. That was so slippery.
We have so much equipment now for No, that's too high. My wallet's too much. Not that it's full of money or anything, it's just full of cards. So we have so much camera equipment, we can't remember it when we switch vehicles. We drove our van last week, and we're in my truck today, so I left our dash mount in the van.
Yeah, bless his heart. There was still stuff from last weekend's trip, such as like for the dogs, some jackets of mine and some shoes were still in the van that I just never got out.
Yeah, listen to this.
And I told him, not last night, the night before, I said, there's still stuff in the van we need to transfer, such as the dogs, you know,
she didn't tell me what.
Stuff. Yeah, I didn't tell
So she had like 6 coats in there, a couple pairs of boots. So I just put everything over here.
He put literally everything. I got home and I opened up the back of the van because I thought, well, let me see if there's anything in here that I need to get that he can transfer over. And I was like, he took everything.
Well, I didn't get specific instructions. We have enough stuff packed to stay up here 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's what he said. He says, I don't understand why we're taking so much for just a weekend trip. I said, oh no, I only have 1 pair of shoes I needed for this trip. Colors are amazing.
Yes, right here at Sugarland's Visitor Center, altitude 1,450 feet. The colors are beautiful. We will be climbing a little bit going to Cades Cove, but I still think there's going to be some. But this is pretty much going to be it for the fall colors this year. I don't know if we're going to title this another fall leaf update. I said last week would be our last one of those, but
this will be a fall drive.
Yes, this is going to be a beautiful fall drive. The fall colors are now in the valleys. Look at that up through there.
So pretty. That's what I'm saying. Even with the overcast skies, it still looks bright.
Yeah. Nowhere has prettier fall colors than the Smokies. I'll just say that. I mean, we have Northwest Mountains above us. I mean, Ashe County's beautiful. I love Ashe County too. But this thing keeps wanting to. Do you have something else I can brace the screen because it keeps wanting to fall to the left? So from where we just turned back there, it is a 24-mile drive from Sugarland's Visitor Center to Cades Cove. We've done a mileage thing in another video, mileage drive, to tell everybody how long it takes. But a lot of people say go to Pigeon Forge, go down Wares Valley. If you're staying in Gatlinburg, do not do that. You'll lose 8 miles. If you're staying in Pigeon Forge, yes, do that. But from Gatlinburg, the best route is to just go into the national park and turn right at Sugarland's Visitor Center. It starts off as Fighting Creek Gap Road. At some point, it turns to Laurel Creek Road and Little River Road. Same road for 24 miles. You can't get lost. If if you get lost going to Cades Cove on this road, then you might not all be driving because there's only one road. So just bear that in mind. You should be fine. I'm trying to get this camera. I'm using a towel again because I didn't remember my dash mount. I'm a little sad this weekend.
Why?
Because it's ending. This is going to be pretty much it. I mean, at home, our colors are still starting to come in. We might get another 5-6 days at home of it, but I don't know, this is my favorite time of the year.
Yeah, I love it too. We were talking yesterday as we were leaving Old Fort going up 4 Mile Mountain. The colors were just beautiful there. I was telling him, just how, God just does amazing things. He gives the trees, they bloom in the spring, beautiful. Then they're green all summer. And then they turn beautiful colors. I mean, if there was nothing, that if this was all just random chance, why wouldn't it just brown and die,
Yeah,
it's like God made this for us to enjoy.
And we understand the process that leaves lose things this time of year, and that's
but
God created it so that it would look like this.
Yeah. It's just amazing.
Just look at that. Oh, look at that mixture of red, orange.
Wow.
Yeah, our friend Deborah lives over in this area, has been sending us pictures, updating us, and it just worked out. Oh, look at that.
Today's like perfect peak day.
Yeah, at least right here. All right, there's a little pull off right here by this magnificent maple tree, and I'm going to use it and get this camera situated. Looking back out towards the Foothills Parkway, which was absolutely magnificent coming through last night, so we're going to be going back out there today. That's it out there in the distance. Oh, look at that hillside there.
That's like peaking beautifully. Oh, sun's coming out.
And I think we need to pull off right here and get that. I think the trees are going to obstruct it from the pull off.
Yeah.
So no point in pulling off if we can't see it. But we are going to show you some beautiful river shots here in a few minutes. Some of the prettiest fall colors you're ever going to see is on this road along the river. I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep hood out of this. Let me hit the zoom just a little bit. I don't want to zoom up much because I want you to get the full range of view here.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful through here.
So we're approaching Laurel Falls, which I guess is still closed.
Yeah, I wonder if they're making more parking back there because this is always parking.
Yeah, you get a lot of illegal parking here. When I say, look at, man, they got it all tore to pieces.
Wow. I think 2026 sometime is when they'll have it done.
Okay. Laurel Falls is a good little, moderately difficult, not really strenuous hike. If you want to see a pretty good waterfall, it's 3 miles round trip.
We need to do that again sometime.
We do. We sure do. It's been several years.
Yeah.
This would have been a great day to do it.
It definitely would be.
Without our canine companions. Got some turkey right here on the side of the road. If I was a turkey, I'd be kind of going into hiding about now.
They said we're in the national park, they won't touch us.
Yeah, well. Only a little over a month away.
Yeah.
Or no, I'm sorry, less than a month away.
Be here before you know it.
And that, incidentally, is my favorite day of the year, Thanksgiving Day. Of course, every day is Thanksgiving for a Christian, but it's still great to set aside one day for that purpose.
Yeah, it sure is.
So here on the left, we're approaching Elkmont Campground. This is where we, thanks to Deborah, I mentioned her earlier, got to see the fireflies last year.
Yeah, that was pretty nice.
The synchronous fireflies.
That was nice.
Before we do that again next year, I'm going to have to learn how to record in pitch black darkness. I never had done that before, and I had to really do a lot of fiddling with the video where you could even see the flies. So there's got to be a setting that I'm not aware of to do that, and I'll find out. And incidentally, it had been dry here, but the last few days have featured an abundance of rain.
Yeah, it has.
So the river is up again. I did not bring our Cades Cove CD.
Oh, it's not even in here?
Well, it'd be copyrighted anyway. I couldn't record what was playing it. We have a special CD that we like to take camping on our Cades Cove trips, and it's not really a Cades Cove CD, but it kind of the music in it takes you back to when people lived there. It kind of makes you feel like
it fits perfectly.
It's called The Sounds of the Great Smoky Mountains.
But it starts off and you hear horse foots clomping and stuff like that, and then the music starts. And as you start in the cove, there's usually horses in that field. It's like it just fits. And some of the music, just seems like fits the cabins or just,
Yeah, it does. It's just absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, we love it. Your stepdad had gotten cassette tape of it.
He did. He just picked that up one time we was up here.
And we listened to it because they would camp with us. And it's like we loved it so much that we bought 2 CDs. Whatever, do a replacement.
We wore one out.
Yeah.
And then had to.
And we downloaded it to our phone. I don't know if it's still downloaded or not. But
it is. I still got it. But they'd slap us with copyright if we played it on video.
But it is a very good CD. Peaceful and relaxing. I wonder how pretty Meg's Falls will look.
Well, we'll check it out. We need to pull off at the Sinks. We've never actually shot a video shot from there.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'll show y'all what the Sinks is here in a little bit. I'm kind of changing. I asked a couple weeks ago, what's your favorite fall color? And I said the orange, followed real closely by the red. I'm gonna put the red like in a tie. I don't know, for some reason this year the reds I'm really enjoying.
Yellow's still the golden bright yellow is still my favorite. I mean, I like the reds too.
I love the splashes of red and the
all mixed together, so pretty.
So what we're gonna do here is pull off, and I don't really have a good angle, so there'll be more pull off. Whoop, yep, let's not get in a wreck. Blind curve there. What you were saying earlier about that it would take an intelligent and awesome God to create this beauty.
Mm-hmm.
This past Sunday, I actually preached at our church in our pastor's absence, and I actually preached the impossibility of evolution, and several points were brought up. I think they're irrefutable points, but honestly, even something as simple as this, just looking at this didn't just happen, folks. This is not a product of millions billions of years. It just isn't. There's a lot better arguments than saying it just isn't, but there's the cosmology argument, the moral argument, that just makes evolution absolutely absurd. But yeah, it's beautiful.
It is. Looks like you're all right.
And of course the design argument. Studying DNA alone.
Oh, DNA is absolutely fascinating.
Actually convinced the world's foremost atheist, a man by the name of Anthony Flew, that there had to be a God. He actually wrote the book on atheism, and when DNA started becoming more known, he came to the conclusion there had to be somebody behind this. Hats off to anybody that's willing to admit they're wrong.
Oh, absolutely.
get a good river shot with a lot of colors. What I'm after, and that's kind of.
I think whenever the road curves this way and there's that long pull off on the right, that'll probably be hopefully a good shot.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, Meg's Falls too.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty.
What about right here? It's not a lot of brilliant color right here. I'm trying to get y'all some good views. That's nice right there. Look at that. We hope those of you that are watching this, we've been told this many times, and it's really the thing we're trying to create, and that's the feeling that you're right here riding along with us.
Oh yeah.
That's one reason we spend so much time talking. To be honest with you, is because we're talking to y'all and each other.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, because we've got a lot of people that say, you know, I'm not able to go anymore, you know, so I travel through you and stuff like that, see it through your eyes. We try to take that into mind.
So you're getting to ride along with us without actually having to go through the danger of riding along when I'm driving.
Yeah.
So
you're in the comfort of your own home.
Yeah, and the safety of it. You know what YouTubers are for the most part. They're just people out trying to live their lives and trying to share it. That's all it is. That's not just us. That's any of them. For the most part. Oh, look above us there.
Mm-hmm.
I hope this camera's showing how beautiful it really is, because we don't touch up our videos or enhance them in any way. We're not putting color filters on this because we want you to see it exactly as it is, and I just hope the camera is accurately reproducing that.
I hope so.
I notice when I fly the drone, which I can't do in the national park and won't do, but it seems to enhance the colors. Well, I won't say enhance, it kind of really reproduces them almost to a T what they are, but we use 3 cameras, so you get a little variation. But we never saturate or anything like that.
Yeah, it's not fair to everyone if they want to come up here.
Well, yeah, it depends on the purpose of your video. If you're just trying to see what you can do with your stuff and create something artistic, it's perfectly fine to do that. But if you're giving a report like we're doing, yeah, it's not fair for us to make it look like something that's not. And that's what we're doing. We're doing updates and reports. So yeah, you're right. That wouldn't be fair for us to make it look like a painting, which actually, to be honest with you, some of these spots do.
Oh yeah. We're heading into the Smoky Mountain.
Yeah. Chicanahey. That's what the Cherokee called this. Place of the blue smoke.
Robier's enjoying the view too.
He is. He's actually only growled 4 or 5 times. Rovier is our 16-year-old. He has just always had an attitude, and he's always been spoiled, and if you do something that he doesn't like, he will growl at you or
He'll let you know it.
This is like the longest single stretch of recording I've done.
It's just so pretty.
Yeah, it is. There's not even been a good place to turn the camera off. It's going to be a long video. I do try to keep everything under an hour. I think our last fall update from last week was 59 minutes long. It was actually an hour 33 minutes long. I cut a lot out. This one here is probably going to be in excess of an hour if I keep everything in. There just hasn't been one area that's not pretty.
I know. You know? The color's just been amazing.
So, do we come to the sinks first before Meg's Falls? I think so.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And we mentioned Meg's Falls because a lot of people who like waterfalls may not have the capability to hike to them. Cataract Falls, just outside of Gatlinburg, is a very easy hike. It's probably the easiest waterfall you can hike.
We got a video on that. I think,
Yes.
like, you know, as
2
far as
videos on it.
a wheelchair accessible, you know, like if you had like a rugged one, you know, that could go over a few bumps here and there, to do it. I think we had said that in that video.
And but what I was going to say about Meigs Falls is that it's visible from the road.
Yeah.
You can just pull off and look at it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the most impressive waterfall, but it's certainly a waterfall. So we'll show you that here momentarily.
It's like it's overcast now, and it's so bright. Can you imagine if the sun was out, how bright this would be?
Yeah, it would be something. Like I said, it rained last night, so the clouds are still here.
Here's the sink.
This is the sink, so we are gonna pull off here. I don't believe I've ever seen a warning like this before.
I know.
If you catch, I didn't know they had smallmouth bass here. I knew they had trout. So if you catch a smallmouth bass here, I guess don't eat it. Children, pregnant women, nursing mothers. Well, I'm not going to eat it either if it's going to cause cancer. Why would that just apply to, you know? That should say everybody.
Yeah.
There have been drownings here, and they've got the most up-to-date sign. This looks like the plaques up on Klingman's Dome that like needed to be replaced 20 years ago. So let's walk over here to the observation point of the sinks. And this is a dangerous area. They don't want you to swim here. I haven't shown you the actual falls yet. Shame on the NC memory makers for being 5 years into this channel and never having shown you the sinks before now.
Oh look,
bunch of pretenders.
Mountain Trail.
Yeah.
Oh.
You want to hike it? It's just 3.5 miles.
No, we don't have time, but.
All right, let's go over here and look at the falls now. Shaughnessy is coming back from her hike. She just hiked the 3.5-mile Meigs Mountain Trail in about 3 minutes. How was your hike?
Oh, it was great.
I told everybody you just hiked Meigs Mountain.
Because the color is just amazing.
Up there, is it better?
It's just like everything you see here, it's just everywhere.
So I can see better up there?
Yeah, I mean, not necessarily the falls. I mean, they're about the same.
Well, color.
Color's amazing.
Now, I guess I'm going to have to walk up there then. Well, she was not wrong. Especially down through there. Wow. Such beauty.
They're very pretty, and especially in the fall like this.
Yeah.
Amazing colors.
Was it worth the little stop off?
Absolutely.
All right, so
I
let's.
highly recommend if anybody else is going to Cades Cove to do it as well.
Absolutely. Just look for the little. I don't know if it actually says the sinks on the sign off the main road, but I know it said something about swift water, so that's where you turn for the parking lot. Well, we hope that you enjoyed that little stop off there at the sinks. Again, we have been doing this. It will be 5 years in December, and we have never shown you one video clip of
We've been there before.
Been by it 100 times on the way to Cades Cove.
And stopped. Yeah, just now we have.
Now we are a legitimate YouTube channel.
Yeah.
We have shown you the sinks. Before that, we were mere pretenders. It's probably by anybody, and I don't know, I haven't watched them all, but probably by anybody that vlogs this area has shown you the sinks before. We are actually a couple hours from the Smokies. About an hour and a half from the North Carolina side, and just under 3 hours from Gatlinburg.
Yeah, I mean we're still blessed to be that close.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, I know it'd be amazing.
I just honestly, I love where I live, but I wish I lived closer to here sometimes too. And there's a lot of vloggers over here that do a great job too.
Oh, absolutely.
We actually
friends with a lot of them.
Yeah, we are. We actually watch a lot of their videos as far as like to see how things are in the park, you know, or if, like when it snows sometimes. See, I think that's where it really, we're at a disadvantage. Like if it snows on a Thursday or something, we can't get up here to the weekend.
Yeah, and it could be gone. Or, yeah.
But if we lived here, we could go that evening after work. You know what I mean?
That's right.
But who knows what might happen one of these days. But it's hard for me to move from a house I've lived in my whole life.
Raised our family there.
Yeah. All right, so is this Meigs Falls here?
Yeah,
okay. All right, so look for the long pull off.
Go up past there.
I don't think this is it yet.
I know. I saw the rock wall.
It's right
here. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, look for the long pull off right here on the left with the rock wall.
Yeah, that's it.
If you want to see Meigs Falls, and it's just a little bit of a window to see it, I'm going to show it to you out my side window. Okay, so out there is Meigs Falls, and again, there's just a little window there you can see it through. Certainly not the tallest waterfall in the Smokies, but man, is that not pretty during the fall right here, surrounded by those leaves? Look at that. But it is visible from the road. If you have someone with you, or if you're not necessarily very mobile, but you love falls, this is a good option for you. coming up here is the intersection for Townsend, Tennessee. If you were coming in from Wares Valley or Townsend, this is where you would come in at. Since we started from Gatlinburg, we went the other way. From this point, it is 7 miles to the entrance of Cades Cove. And they have a campground, a picnic area, and riding stables in the cove. One of the prettiest places you'll ever go.
It's beautiful. Very scenic.
And that's why we're heading there today and taking you along with us. And to the left here is the Great Smoky Mountains Institute at Tremont. Kind of an educational facility. You enjoyed those shots there from the little overlook, the little pull-off right past the Townsend Y area. And that is what it's called, the Townsend Y. The rivers and the creeks come together in the shape of a Y. So, yeah, that's a little bit of a bittersweet pull-off for us, isn't it?
It is, yes.
Y'all have heard us talk about the Yorkie. We used to have Pierre. He passed in 2019 before we ever started the channel. And what kind of led to his health decline was he had 6 seizures in one day. And unfortunately, we were here, and his first one, we had gotten out to take some pictures and video at that overlook. When we got back in, he was having his first episode.
Yeah, we didn't realize it at first. He had bent his neck back, and I thought he was going back after Rovier, because, you know, they kind of bark at each other. And then you said, is he okay? And I said, yeah. And then I said, no, he's not okay.
But then he straightened up, and then before we could get him home, had 5 more seizures that day. And they didn't know if he was going to make it, but he did actually recover, he lost his ability to walk that day, and then learned to walk again by Tuesday. They said they didn't know if he'd ever walk again. This was on a Saturday. By Tuesday, he walked again.
Yeah, he was a tough little one.
Yeah, and he lived 17 more months, and we don't know how old he was. We only had him 6 years. They think he was about 15 when he passed, roughly. That's all they can do is estimate. But he was a special little guy, and every time I go by that pull-off there, I remember what happened there. That was actually his first of 6 seizures that day. First time he'd ever had seizures, and we were in a really bad place for that to start happening. But a good place to visit, but a bad place when you have a medical. And that's one thing. I'm going to go ahead and insert this here. This is one of the reasons it is so wrong to stop in the road in Cades Cove. It just really is. Besides the fact that it's posted not to do it, that right there is a reason not to do it. It's against the rule. But people say, well, if you're in a hurry, don't come to the cove. That's really, really short-sighted, because there are people who get there and they have a medical emergency. We thought Pierre was okay after that. We didn't ever hear him do anything because he was in the vehicle. He just had his neck kind of turned funny, but then he straightened up. Once we got into Cades Cove, he started really having bad seizures, so we needed to get out of there. And I had to get out at one point. A woman had stopped in the road and gotten out, and I said, ma'am, you're going to have to get out of the way. I mean, I was frantic. It's like, we got to get out of here and get him to Maryville, to the veterinarian. You don't know what's somebody behind you. Instead of just deciding they don't need to be in a hurry, you just follow the rules, because they may have a medical emergency. And if you park your car and get out and leave it in the road, they can't get around you there.
No, they can't.
And they do not need more pull-offs in the cove. There's places about 80 or 90% of the cove to pull to the side.
Yeah.
And let somebody around you. Yeah, it's just one of those things. It's called consideration, and there are actually only 2 restrooms in the cove. There's one at the beginning there at the camp store, and the other one is halfway through the loop. Well, what if somebody has issues that they need to get to a restroom? If you're parked in the road, or you're stopping to see a bear and holding up a line of traffic, they can't. It really is just all about, and I'm just going to throw this in here because it's one of those rules that everybody seems to think they're above in the cove, and nobody is. If we want to see something, we pull to the side and see it.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, now if there's nobody behind you and you want to stop and get a quick picture, I don't care. I mean, as long as nobody's behind you, as long as nobody's behind you.
We've done that, and you'll say, watch. Let me know if someone comes up behind.
I always tell her, if I'm going to get some, I'll say, watch, and if a car comes, let me know, then we move.
Yeah.
But yeah, nobody has a right to decide others' schedules, you know, because you're on your schedule, they're on theirs. They might be taking a show in town that night. They might be meeting somebody for supper. And again, they might just have an emergency that you're preventing them from getting the help they need if you're in the road. That's one of the cardinal rules of Cades Cove. It is one-way traffic. Pull over if you want to see something, and then stop and enjoy it as long as you want to.
Yeah.
A lot of hikers, there's some hiking trails also that originate halfway through Cades Cove, like the Gregory Ball Trail, which is an all-day hike.
Yeah, we've been through before trying to get there early to our trailhead.
Yeah.
And people be taking their time. It's like, let us by, please.
The gates open at sunrise, and when we did Gregory Bald hike, there was already cars in line. You can see that. I think I showed that in the hike. There were already cars in line waiting. There weren't many, but there were some. And all you got to do is get behind one person that doesn't regard anybody behind them, and man, you can't get your hike started. You can't get to the restroom if you need it. You can't get out of there if there's an emergency until you get to one of the 2 access roads that cut across the cove. It really is just about having respect for other people. That's what it comes down to. And then everybody's vacation is enjoyable if you do that. You can take your time and let them do what they need to do. Look at all that golden yellow.
I know. The sun coming through, make it look even brighter.
Hope y'all enjoy these fall leaf updates. We have did one back in the middle of September when the colors were first starting up high. Then we were at the Outer Banks for the first weekend in October. And we've done one every weekend since the second weekend in October. And we're now in the last weekend.
October had 5 weekends, so it worked out that we could have 4 of them. That's pretty right here.
Yeah, but like I said, the colors will be in the lower elevations by the end of October. And we are pretty much below 2,000 feet most of this whole drive over here. So if you want to plan to see this road or Cades Cove at peak, come last weekend in October. I'm going to go ahead and tell you now, I think Cades Cove will be a little past peak. It seems to peak a little bit earlier in the cove than on the road over there. That's just been our observations from years past. But we'll see. Could be different this year. But again, it's just elevation is such a factor. It starts high, and by the next weekend, it's a little bit lower and lower and lower and so on until you get to the end of the month. And here's what you get now below 2,000 feet. This has been an enjoyable drive over here.
It really has. It's just like there's been pretty color everywhere.
In October, you can get where it's beautiful, but it's not enjoyable because it's bumper to bumper traffic lined up for miles. Maybe like that when we come back out, I hope not. But we're getting here on a Friday morning. The traffic is not bad. We've been able to move, and the colors are just...
the sun's coming out. That's what's just making it look even more pretty.
I like to see the sun hitting the colors, and I honestly also like to see like a kind of a misty day, the water reflecting on the colors. We've had a little bit of both just this drive.
Yeah, we have.
We've gotten the fog, the overcast, the wetness, and then now the sun. So we've had the best of both worlds in this drive.
Yeah.
And here is the sign on the right, the little small brown sign. It says entering Cades Cove. Hope you can see that. And the actual start of the cove is just up here. We are going to go into the camp store because I was just informed someone needs a drink. So we're going to stop off at the camp store before we begin our drive through the loop. So we're pulling towards the campground now. Right here on the right is the ranger station. The store is on the left. And man, it's looking good, this campground. We always come Labor Day when the leaves are still green, but man, I would love to come back in the fall sometime. Through there is the little road that goes by our campsite, the one we always get. I want you to look at that canopy of, I don't know what you call that, deep orange, I guess. That is just absolutely magnificent. Oh, I hope that looks as good on camera as it does sitting here. And that's the road our little site's on. I'm going to have to drive through there. We're going to take a little ride, not through the whole campground, but we are going to at least go a couple of lines here because it just looks amazing up through here. And I'm hoping that Shaughnessy seeing this will want to camp in the fall. Because I would love to do a little short weekend up here in the fall. Cold at night, but that's what sleeping bags are for. Oh, look at that. Look at the sun hitting that.
I know, when the sun's in it, it just makes it look even more bright and brilliant.
All right, so here is our line that we, our site C36 is on, and somebody's in it.
They must be staying in their van.
Yeah, I guess they are.
It seems to be more campers than tents. There's a tent to our left.
Yeah, out through the woods there. Let me, where are you at now?
The campground has some very amazing colors. Just as far as you can see.
Okay, let's exit the campground now. I just had to see that. Look how the sun is hitting that.
I know, it's beautiful.
That's one of the prettiest things I've seen. We're going to head on through the loop now, 11-mile loop road. And I'll go ahead and give y'all a little preview while we're up here sometime. I don't know if it'll be today, and it certainly won't get posted today. We're going to do a frequently asked questions video about the Great Smoky Mountains. Just for information if you're trying to plan a trip. One thing we get told a lot, well, one of the good things we get told a lot, is that our videos are informative. I have studied these mountains for years, like since I was a kid. I actually, as a kid, used to sit and read our set of World Book encyclopedias. Like anything geographical, anything geography, or about the ocean or anything like that, or the mountains. I don't know, I was just kind of a nerd, I guess, as a kid. But anyway, I do like to put a lot of information in our videos. I like to point out mountain peaks, tell you how high they are. And a lot of y'all have appreciated that. So we're going to do a video. I had the idea this week because there's a lot of information that gets passed around. Some of it's right, some of it isn't. We're going to talk about just things people ask about the park, the elevation ranges, what the weather, what kind of weather you can expect. Also, we're going to discuss the parking tag requirements. That was implemented just a couple of years back. A lot of misunderstandings about that. We're going to try to clear some of those things up and give correct information. We're not the official site, but we're going to make sure our information is right.
Yeah, we'll make sure it's correct.
Yeah, now obviously if they change a rule after the video, we can't do anything about that.
Yeah, it'll be as of this day.
It will be current, yes.
Yeah.
So here's the entrance of the cove.
I'll just play the CD in my mind. I can hear it already.
Won't you hum it for us?
Do the horse.
We won't get any copyright for that, I guarantee it. And just like I thought, it has peaked here in the cove.
Yeah, it has.
I knew that was going to be the case.
And there's the horses.
So as soon as I can get a quick place to pull off. I'm not going to do a lot of recording in the cove unless we see just some beautiful color. It typically peaks here quicker than the road over. Because the reason not, we just did a scenic drive through here in September. But
we'll show you scenic stuff as we see it.
yes. And we're going to be nice and pull to the side to do it. Even though I don't have anybody behind me.
Sample pictures.
Alright, so here's the entrance of the cove and the horses down there. I didn't get the camera on in time, but two of those horses were having a difference of opinion a minute ago. They might have been married, I don't know. But as you can see, still some color, but it is fading here in the cove. It always does, a little bit sooner. Alright, I want to draw your attention to this sign here on the right, the red and white sign. Danger, stay back 50 yards, you can be injured or killed. So if you see a bear, a coyote, whatever, don't go up to it. This is why, right here, you see, this is why you get here early. Because if you don't, and we have somebody stopped in the road.
It's like you got to ride through Cades Cove with your windows down, but I got the heat going because it's pretty chilly out.
You want me to roll mine up?
No, I got my window down too.
Okay. And there's a massive pull-off right up here on the left, but somebody's not using it.
Can you see the first car?
I do not, but I know there's a couple in front of this truck. It's not the truck. I see the pull-off with enough space for about 3. Yeah, it's a white car.
Oh.
And the pull-off has space for 3 or 4 more cars.
Oh, it's all the way up.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Somebody has spotted something, probably a bear or a deer.
Or just trying to get that perfect shot that they can only be in the road for.
Yeah. But yeah, and once again, the colors coming over here were a little bit more vibrant than they are right here. We've got a couple of bears and a couple of cubs up here, I think.
Oh, I see them on the hillside. Hopefully the camera's getting it.
May have to angle it up a little bit more. Got a couple of cubs up there on the rock.
Yeah, so there's the bears and there's some cubs. Looks like mama bear's here.
And incidentally, we're only stopped in the road because the people in front of us are. We ain't got a choice.
Yeah.
So again, it continues to be the case that most of the colors here in the actual cove have come and gone. But the ride over here was worth it.
Oh yeah, that was beautiful.
Looking back up at the John Oliver cabin now, and that's really pretty on that hillside. There's some deer in the field here. Let me see if we can get up close enough where you can see them. Not sure. That's as far as I can zoom with this little point and shoot Sony ZV-1. I use it when we get out because it does reproduce fall color very well. It just doesn't have much of a zoom. So the driving shots you see are from our camcorder. The ones when we get out are from the ZV-1. I'm hoping you can see those deer. Alright, something we just noticed here are these little small, like little patches of trees just in the field that are turning fall colors. Just really small little trees there. You got some yellows, reds. Very interesting. This is something we don't get to see when we're here in September. Gregory Bald is clearing off. We've done that hike. I've done it 3 times. She has done it twice. Beautiful views up there. Big grassy bald area, a lot of space. Go up there and take you a nap.
Exactly what I did.
That's exactly what you did, yep. That's one of the trails that is accessible just beyond the halfway point of the cove. And a lot of hikers want to get to the trailhead early, so again, another reason to just keep traffic moving. That's kind of pretty out there. Alright, we're passing the Methodist church now. And a little tip, once you get up here by the Missionary Baptist Church, you can exit from what's called Rich Mountain Road, and it takes you along that ridge right there, and there is one good view on that entire road, and it is back down on top of the Methodist church, and you can see it down in the valley, and it is a really, really pretty view.
It's one way.
It's one way. You can exit the cove that way, but you can't get into the cove that way. But you do have an excellent shot from above the Methodist church back there. And as you see, man, the colors here in the cove are just not much. A few spots here and there. I'm just about tempted to cut it short and go down Hyatt Lane because I'm getting hungry. But so, it's already going to be a real long video. Okay, we have turned around on Hyatt Road. No easy task, believe me. And we're heading back to the main part of the loop road because we don't want to cut it short. So I did want to go through the trees there and see the colors there, but we got a nice view coming back towards the hillside. That's got some pretty good.
It does have good color.
Foliage on it. Zoom up a little bit on that. Okay, back on the main loop again from Hyatt Lane. And we're coming up on the Missionary Baptist Church on the left. That's going to be where you access that Rich Mountain Road I was talking about. It's on the right across from the church. That's a pretty little fall drive, though, I will say.
Yeah, we've taken it before. It is.
I'm sure if you took that today, you'd get back up into some color. So that's the Rich Mountain Road, and the Missionary Baptist Church is just on the left right here. We're passing it now. Here's another sign I want to draw everybody's attention to. We've already discussed it. And that's this brown sign right here. It says, "No stopping, be courteous, use pull-offs." really pretty right there.
Yeah, those trees have some nice color yet.
Yeah. Another bear up in the woods. He's in a hurry. I doubt I got him. I don't think I've ever seen a bear move any faster than that.
Looks like a little one.
It is a little. He stopped again, but yeah, he was in a rush. You want me to stop?
No, it's too hard to see.
Look back there. I got to pull up here and get a better shot of that. Got to pull down into here. Got two people painting actually.
I wonder if they're together.
I do not know.
Mother daughter.
Could be. So we've seen 5 bear today, right?
Yeah.
4 in one time, and then that last one. He was actually running. I didn't know a bear could move. I mean, I knew bears could run, but that was a lot faster than I would have thought. Yeah, you wouldn't have outrun him, I'll put it that way. Or I wouldn't have. I can't speak for anybody else. I know I wouldn't have.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Camcorder running straight ahead. I'm gonna have to go to the side here with the other camera because that's pretty cool.
And it's like so pretty in here.
Yeah, it is. I want to get this. Got a lot of painters. I've never seen so many painters.
Oh yeah, perfect place to come do it, especially in the fall like this.
Yeah. Just look, those woods are just like glittering gold. I got 2 clips. I got 2 cameras recording simultaneously right now.
You got the wheel?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Were you recording with your phone?
Yeah, I'm doing little clips.
I always talk every time you do that.
I know, but it's okay. I always put music over it.
Yeah. Just look. Those woods are just like glittering gold. I got 2 clips. I got 2 cameras recording simultaneously. Yeah. I'm sorry, were you recording your phone?
Yeah, I'm doing
I always talk every time you do that. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Oh, yeah, this is like the prettiest view yet. So as we approach the halfway point of the cove, this is the Abrams Falls trailhead. And I can imagine that would be a pretty hike today.
Oh, I'm sure it would be.
Through the woods, in the midst of the colors. We have not hiked there since we've been doing YouTube either.
Yeah, it's been a while. Last
time we hiked there, we saw a rattlesnake.
That's right, we did.
It wasn't a huge one, but it was a rattlesnake nonetheless. Now, I really didn't appreciate having to tell you 3 times to put it down.
Well, it liked me.
Yeah, Shaughnessy wouldn't get near a rattlesnake. Although you did help me free a black snake. It was entangled in one of those plastic fence material things. You helped me get it free.
Yeah, I felt bad for it.
Yeah. Shaughnessy is actually kind of a brave person for a female. She will pick things up.
Yes, I will.
But don't pick up a rattlesnake.
I won't pick up a rattlesnake.
Black snake's one thing, but yes, we have compassion on snakes too. We I know we rescued that one at least. It didn't say thank you or anything. It just slithered right on.
It just went on. It's like, okay, go on.
But he would have died out there in the sun. He was just all entangled in that fence. So
we just had to cut it up.
We got a scissors. One of us held his head, and the other one cut the fence. Don't remember which. But I probably let you hold his head.
I think I was.
It's hard to explain to a snake you're trying to help it. So this is the halfway point of Cades Cove, as we pointed out in other videos. That's why I'm trying not to make this too long. I think we're already looking at well over an hour. But this is the halfway point. There's a visitor center, restroom. We're not going to get out here. What we're going to do is we're going to just circle through because there's a really pretty orange maple down there.
Turkey taking off. Oh, they're fighting.
Oh, we got a turkey fight here.
Did you get him flying?
I don't know. I think I probably
did. Yeah, look at their necks.
Let's take the camcorder here. Oh, those are 2 toms.
Yeah, the one was flying around.
Fighting over. That one's still rough. Oh, here we go. Hey, babe.
They can make watches in front of us.
Those are both toms. There, they got the things hanging from their necks. Fighting over a female of all things, probably. Although I don't see her.
I didn't either.
Saying what they don't know is I ain't gonna date either one of them.
Yeah. She's probably already left.
Yeah. Here's the maple tree. Kind of a reddish orange. Pretty nice. Let me zoom up on that. I pulled down through here just for that tree and got to see 2 turkeys fighting.
Yeah.
Added bonus.
You do.
So we're coming up now where Hyatt Lane ends. If we had stayed on it all the way and not turned around, that's here at the Dan Lawson place. And Shaughnessy is now going to sing "Old Dan Lawson was a fine old man, washed his face in a frying pan." That's actually Dan Tucker, but
Yeah.
we can adapt it to Cades
Yes, we
Cove.
can.
Sing it.
That's all right. Nobody wants to hear me sing.
I have asked you to sing numerous times for the channel, and you're yet to do it, except, well, the Gillick. Well, I need to quit mentioning that. Maybe people quit watching it. But if you did watch that video, you'll see why we don't sing more often. So over there's the Dan Lawson cabin.
I wonder if it's still got all the bats in it.
I don't know. How many did we see bats last time?
No, but they had it blocked off because of bats.
Oh, yeah.
Nesting or roosting or whatever they do.
Nesting or roosting or whatever they do. Now, is Dan Lawson buried in that cemetery right here past his house that we walked to?
I don't remember seeing his name, but
There were some Lawsons up there.
There were some, but I don't remember seeing his name.
You think that would have been the easiest place to have buried him since he
Yeah.
lived right there. But there is a cemetery right up there in the woods. You can walk to it from this little pull off right here on the side. There, you walk that trail up the hill, and there is a cemetery up there.
Not a bad walk at all.
No. Just such a beautiful place.
It's a beautiful place and even prettier in the fall.
It is. Now coming up will be the Tipton place. That place is actually shown and mentioned in the movie The Doll Maker. There's actually a reference to the Tipton place, and they're actually sitting in it, and the woman says the Tipton place is up for sale. So just a neat little thing there. Some of the Cades Cove structures have been featured in movies. If you know the Christian movie called Sheffy, the John Oliver cabin is in that.
Did I know that? I'm sure I've watched
I don't
the
know,
movie.
but preacher Billy Kelly, who was actually a preacher, he actually, I think, played a moonshiner in that one.
Oh.
I'm not sure. He wasn't, believe me, Billy Kelly was no moonshiner. He's the one, I got to tell y'all this funny story. This supposedly happened to him when he was pastor, and he went and visited one of his church members in the hospital, an elderly lady, and got in there to visit her. She was asleep, so he thought, well, I'll just sit here and wait, didn't want to wake her up. So he noticed a bowl of peanuts beside her bed. He thought she's not going to miss a couple of those. So he grabbed him a handful of them and ate them and thought, these are really good. And before he knew it, he finished off the whole bowl. So she finally woke up, and he told her, says, first of all, I want to apologize to you for eating your peanuts. He said, I shouldn't have done that. She said, that's all right, preacher, you're welcome to them. She said, I ain't got any teeth. All I do is suck the chocolate off of them anyway. So, that was a fun visit.
Yeah.
He told that to be the truth now. So that was the Tipton place we just passed. Okay, so we should be nearing the end of the cove, but I just thought that was really pretty how the sun is just hitting the mountainsides there. Alright, so we are coming to the end of the Cades Cove Loop Road now. I do apologize. This video is probably going to be the longest of the season that we've done on our fall drives. Most likely, I don't know yet, but most likely over an hour. I don't want to cut a lot out of this one. There was just so much to see. So I hope you'll watch it till the end or take breaks and then come back and watch it. But we hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video, hope you did. Like and subscribe.
Be sure to give it a thumbs up and find and follow us on Facebook.
Have a wonderful day.